Could you tell us a little bit about Michael and some of his special needs?
Yeah, Michael's autistic with severe learning difficulties. He can get really upset if he's in a situation that he's not sure of, if he's not used to it, if he doesn't know what's happening next, he can get really upset, which he can bang his head on hard items and get really upset.
Sure. What sort of things make him upset?
When he doesn't know what's happening next, a lot of people, crowded places, things like that. New experiences as well, he doesn't like them.
Okay. I understand you had an outpatient's appointment for ear, nose and throat because Michael's having problems with his ears. What was your experience like at attending outpatients?
It was a very bad one. We had the appointment for the normal assessment to see the doctor. We wasn't told that he would have done a hearing test. I told the lady on reception that he had special needs, and she said, well, they didn't really know what we can do about that, to sit and wait. So we sat and waited. They shouted his name, we were took downstairs for a hearing test, and I told him he wouldn't sit for the hearing test. I waited another 2 hours downstairs, and he wouldn't actually sit. So she said, well, he won't sit, so we'll have to go back upstairs. And I knew that. We went back upstairs again to wait for the doctor. Then Michael got that upset. We just laid on the floor, banging his head on the floor. Staff were walking over him and letting him do it. One staff did say, does he want a drink? He had a drink, but he wasn't happy at all. So like 5 hours we'd sat there. Then we got to see the doctor, and by the time we went in to see the doctor, he wouldn't let him touch him because he'd had enough.
Were there other people there? Were there other families?
Yeah, a hell of a lot of people, yeah.
And were they seen before you saw?
She asked me his development age. I said 18 months, so she'd right, I'll go with babies. It was the first one called, and out of the 15 kids, he was the last one to be seen downstairs for the hearing test. But he didn't sit for it anyway. So it was a waste.
I understand the community nurse tried to rearrange the appointments so that he was seen first.
Yes, lovely,
And what was she informed?
They were told they don't really do things like that.
Right. What do you think would have worked better?
If he'd have had an earlier appointment, we were told what were happening throughout the day, then we could have obviously made them plans, you know. Took Michael for a walk if it was going to be a couple of hours, or... So we knew we could have told Michael what was happening next.
Okay, so nobody came to you and kind of explained why there was a delay?
No.
Right. And then I became involved, and you had a referral through for Michael to have surgery, to have grommets inserted. Well, I understand that was a very different experience. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, he had his grommets fitted, teeth removed and toenails removed. He had the appointment time, which were kept to. We were told he'd get a side room, which he did. And they told me everything that were happening. Every different professional that came in told me who they were, what we were doing. It was just great. We didn't have no stress. They gave Michael the pre-med, which made him a bit agitated, but they were there to help us. We went down when he was supposed to, come out when he was supposed to, and we got told everything that was going to happen. That's what happened.
Okay. Were you given information on discharge?
Yes, love, yeah. We got discharge letters, and so we're going to get another appointment for an outpatient.
And was that information useful?
Yes.
Because I understand that obviously they made arrangements for other procedures to take place while I was there. How did that come about?
Nikki Isaac, she said they could do different procedures under anaesthetic. So that was fantastic, because to put him through it once were bad enough, but not 5 or 6 times. So yeah.
Okay. In terms of your experience, because you've had a negative and a positive experience, is there anything else you can tell us that might help you or other people with a similar situation for you in the future?
Just to let us know what's going to happen throughout the day, you know, how long you usually wait, or this is, you go to A&E, go for your hearing test, then you can wait for this time. We just know, we just sat there for 5.5 hours and nobody let us know anything.
Okay. You mentioned about his better earlier in the day. If
yeah, definitely, yeah. Because if he's been to school or anything like that, he's had enough at daytime anyway, and then have to sit in hospital for 3 hours doesn't help.
Okay. Thank you for that.